What's up, everyone? This is Rohit, aka Mr. Red from Red, Black, and White. I see how the clothes match. It's been a while, guys. I've been taking some time off, working on some projects, and I wanted to kind of get back into YouTube, really get some good stuff going for it. And so I basically have created some vlogs that I want to kind of put out, and hopefully, you guys enjoy it. The first topic is my first experience with D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, tabletop RPG. Never played it before in my life. All right. So I started playing D&D almost a year and a half ago. So not that long compared to most people. I didn't stumble onto it when I was 12 or 13 in high school or something. No, it's just a year and a half ago. And the way I got into D&D was watching Critical Role. Critical Role is a basically video series, YouTube series. A Twitch series. I can't remember what it is, but it's basically a series of really talented voice actors essentially playing Dungeons and Dragons. And I kind of wanted to get in it because I saw them play and they were doing a great, freaking amazing job. And I was like, come on, I gotta do that. I gotta do that with my friends. And so I was like, you know what? It's time for me to become a DM. And I will just have all my friends, play, and we're gonna get to the Critical Role level where we're gonna be very into our characters, and I'm gonna create some insane situations, and it's gonna be amazing. It didn't happen like that at all. No, I was able to convince some of my friends. They were like, cool, we'll try it out. And I looked at the rule book, and I looked at all the stories and all the stuff, and I was like, man, this is a lot of stuff. So I kind of scrapped all of that, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own world, and we're gonna play. It turned out really bad. I did not know how to DM really well at all. My characters for the first 3 months had no women in it. Like, in my head, I never even never even thought about having women in the story. Like romance was never an option. Sorry, guys, came back. So yeah, I was saying there were no women in it, and I was like, I just never put them in there for the simple fact of that I've never created a game. So the idea of different genders and races, even my races were really just humans, and warriors and a king. It was really basic and it was really simple. And I didn't notice it till a few months in, and I was like, wait, there's no women in my story. There's no female warriors, and there's no things like that. And it's basically because I just never created stuff. And also I just had a bunch of dudes playing, so we never came across. They all wanted to be male warriors. Two of them wanted to be a different race, which I was like, that's cool, and that's it. So yeah, the first 2 to 3 months, it was just me creating some simple scenarios and being like, you go here, and I'm making up stuff. I'm making so much crap up. Even the character sheets, I started adding some weird stuff to it because I was like, you guys should be able to do this and this and this and this and this, and it didn't turn out that well. I think they were having a decent enough time, but I was just like, man, where's this game going? What's happening with it? Not until another 2 months later, when more players joined in, and they started, they were more into their characters. One person was very evil and did chaotic things, and the other person was very good and would do very heroic things. And they got really into their characters is when I started building more and more complex things into the world. For example, that's when romance came into my world. That's when politics came into my world. That's when complex villains came into my world. Those only came when I saw the players actually doing complex things, and I was like, oh, I gotta match that. Before that, all my players were just being very basic. I want to go here, get a sword, fight this, all right. Get the treasure, okay, I'm a hero, let's go. Here it's I want to know more, my character's purpose, my character's personality, my character's flaws. How does he feel about this NPC or this hero, this villain? And so after a few months, man, it's it took a while, but I started becoming a better and better DM. And mainly because I listened to my players. I listened to their criticisms, what they liked, what they didn't like. I wanted to make a good game for them to enjoy. And it happened, man. In 5 to 6 months, we were running a really solid D&D game. And, I looked back on it and I was like, man, that's around the time where I felt, this is my Critical Role. I have the players playing very well, and becoming better at role playing and just having a great time, and me creating these intense stories that, you know, keep them hooked. So I was just like, this is it, I did it. And so it was a great time, and I've been playing ever since. You know, so I've been doing different stuff with D&D. After that, like, I'll go into more explanation about that, you know, in later videos. But basically, it's become a big part of my life because it's given me room to explore into many more creative things. Because before, you know, like, I always wanted to be a storyteller. I wanted to be a director, a writer, a person who creates stories and creates worlds. And with D&D, it was really amazing because I would just straight up have other people in my world, and they told me what they thought of it, and, you know, how they got into it, and it just was a great time. So that was my first experience with D&D. It was pretty enjoyable, kind of weird and kind of crazy. I kind of did some things that I shouldn't have done, like, do not stray off of the books straight from the beginning. Like, even if you're going to create your own world, make it small. Don't go crazy with it. And over time, you'll have much more experience under your belt and much more understanding of how your players play to create a really interesting environment and a really interesting world. So just give it a shot. But yeah, this was it. This was my first experience with D&D, and it was hella fun. Alright guys, this is Rohit again. It's been fun. I'll see you on the next video. See you later.